Ladies and gentlemen, get both hands out of your pockets unless you're counting change. It's time for the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. I'm telling you.
Say it again.
The good news, the bad news, and the other shit.
Don't do that, Mario. That's gross. Why do you do that at the end every time?
Hey, just to get on your nerves.
Every time.
And it works, doesn't it?
So can we just have the good news and the other shit?
Why do you always want the other shit?
Because it's usually funny. It's the bad news I don't like.
Okay, here's the first bad news. You got to acknowledge.
Oh, hell. Go ahead.
People always dying. And you know, Bobby Blue Bland is if you had to name one blues artist, there's only one or two you're going to name in that person. It's going to be either B.B. King or Bobby Blue Bland.
Yeah.
He has affected so many people throughout the years. He's influenced how people interpret blues. He is the voice. Well, he died.
Oh, rise in peace. Man.
Oh.
So and Mac is, he was a person very, very important to our own Mac McAllister in terms of being part of his whole music development. He was 83 years old, and he died from complications. They actually, I think he had cancer.
Oh, wow.
But they mentioned him at the BET award show.
Yeah.
But you've got to acknowledge this wonderful, wonderful man and his wonderful contributions. And so Mac did a special show for him, which you can get. We played it as our pre-broadcast show this morning, and we'll be featuring it all week long. And during that show, Mac has really dedicated the whole show toward Bobby Blue Bland. So you guys can tune in to that. Now, along with that, also, I had to unfortunately announce that we had another death. Jim Kelly. For those of you who don't, Jim Kelly, the famous martial artist that everybody, he was the first one. He had his shop right on Crenshaw.
Yep.
Right down. You can walk down
right
the hill.
to it.
I feel so blessed to have grown up.
Jim Kelly, he was the black guy. He was black, right?
Yeah. Well, he died too.
Oh, wow.
But he was the brother who got all the brothers into martial arts. He was, let me tell you, he's known mostly for his parts in Enter the Dragon.
Yes.
Right.
But people don't realize he had an athletic career in high school. He participated in basketball, football, track. He attended the University of Louisville where he would play football before he left all that to go train in karate. And then he won the middleweight title in 1971 at the Long Beach International Karate Championships. He's influenced so many of us in terms of his swagger, the early cool. Let's take a little clip. At a clip that features Jim Kelly, everybody.
You want to hold it right there, buddy? Mind if I take a look at your driver's license?
Mind telling me what for?
Oh, just checking. I got a right to see your license, pal, unless, of course, you want trouble. Then I take you in and you can show it to the judge. So let's do it the easy way, huh?
Yes, sir. Nice and easy.
Mr. Keys. Now, what kind of a first name is that, Mr.?
My mama wanted people to show me respect.
Oh, yeah? Well, suppose you show me your registration. You got it in the car there?
You know what? You're getting to be a real pain in the ass, man.
Now, what's that on the floor there?
Gonna set me up?
The evil racist police!
Wow. Both feet in the air.
Police car! Some of the movies, his shoes changes when he kicks. Everybody, Jim Kelly.
Yeah. old was he?
67.
10 years older. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so that's part of it. Now, the other news I have is, check this out. Tupac Shakur and Tavis Smiley are going to receive stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
What?
In 2014.
What?
Now,
Nice.
did they do that to balance off each other or something?
I don't know.
But it's going to be Tupac and Tavis Smiley.
Why not just Tupac at first? You know, give.
I don't know. I think Tavis deserves it.
I'm
I
not
do.
saying he doesn't, but why are they going to do it together?
Well, I don't know.
They need to do
It's the
it.
committee. Of course, it has nothing to do with politics and money.
Hello.
Because nothing has anything to do.
Max said, "Wow."
Yeah, I just want y'all to know. So it's going to be Tavis and Tupac.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah,
all
you're
right.
right, Mac. Wow.
All right. Okay, you
Okay,
guys.
so can we have the good news now?
Okay, the good news is sort of that the states have decided to fight the Obama administration when it comes to medical marijuana. I alluded to, and there's been a bunch of reports, a recent article by the Huffington Post really illustrated, is that how under the Obama administration, the Justice Department has increased both their activity against medical marijuana, okay? All right, growers and distributors. Now, remember, as part of his campaign,
Right.
they have videos showing you where the president said he would not specifically not do this. Specifically not do this. That he was not going to get in the way. He was going to let states do. But that's exactly the opposite. In fact, he's almost doubled the money
Yeah.
being spent against medical marijuana. George Bush spent in 8 years $189 million. President Obama in 4.5 years has already spent $289 million
What?
Or inflation. Yeah.
against medical marijuana.
Yeah.
I want you also to be aware that when it comes to your civil liberties, as we talked about in terms of the government, remember
Right.
the big recent reports about them spying
Oh,
on
yeah.
every U.S. citizen. This is all part of
Right.
the ongoing scandal. The administration, once again, has a very poor track record in this area. Under the Obama administration, you seem to be surrendering more of your civil rights
right.
than even under the Bush administration, by far.
That's right.
So,
So-
we're going to be reporting more on this.
What are they saying? They're going to start shutting down more of the.
What happens is a number of the states have decided to fight the federal government, specifically even some cities.
Right.
The city of Oakland actually joined in a suit against the federal government. Because remember, what happens is your federal law supersedes state law.
That's right.
And so when the states say medical marijuana, like Washington has said, recreational marijuana is legal. And Washington, where in Colorado. But if the feds say no, they come in and bust people.
Exactly.
Wow.
I just saw a show where they gave a guy, a grower, 5 years in federal prison. And he was
Wow.
a grower who supplied medical
Oh,
marijuana.
Yeah.
Because the state said it was okay. He actually had local politicians and everyone. But the feds came in.
Well, did he get a memo to
Wait,
tell
what?
him that the feds are not
No,
okay
the
with
feds
it
have
before they
already
arrest-
said that this again. What happened was this is the difference between when the president was running, he promised you that this was one of the areas that he was not going to pursue. But the numbers speak for themselves.
And let's be real. You're taking away that cash line that the administration, that pipeline of cash. This is about money, the power and control of it, not the best health situation. And when all of a sudden it becomes legal, Mario, that big fight against the evils of those who supply it, then that pipeline goes out. So we know what that's all about. It's about the power and the money. No different than any other administration. It will always be inflation. It's always inflation. Every president supersedes the next president.
Well, that's true. And Max said Washington State hopes to make $40 million in taxes. Wow, WTF?
Hey, shift the money.
Well,
Shift
that's
the
what I'm
money,
saying.
shift the
It's
time.
interesting because, again, the president campaigned on this. Okay?
Yep.
Somebody's pulling his strings.
Like we always said, I'm
Yep.
still waiting for the change.
Exactly.
That's the change. But that's the change.
I tell somebody they got plenty brothers. I still say, wait till we have the woman president who's no change. Then we're going to have the gay president who's no change. We're going to have the Latino
then
president
we'll
who's no change.
Finally figure out
That is, none of them are changing.
never going to change. if
That
you're
is not
president.
going to change. We have to make them change. But this, again, is the issue. Again, in terms of the president's policy, if you look at the videos, there's a bunch of videos up here. They're talking about this and about what the president is doing.
Well, say hi to Norm. He had to.
Oh, Norman.
He had to come and go.
Big Norm.
He said much love, but got to go to work.
Got to go to work.
Got to do your work, you
paper,
guys.
bro.
That's right.
God bless
I suggest that we all just go into politics and see if we can fix it.
Well-
how many of us would really go into politics and make change in the vote?
Well, speaking of politics,
That's where they would take your ass out.
Norman has some politics to pick with you, Mario.
Okay.
He's like, what about the T-shirt or anything? Like, he's done. Okay, so done. Okay, just done.
Norman's like a
No
horny.
talk about the Pack Stereo
Norman's like
T-shirt.
a horny woman. See,
Done.
when you say it, if you don't do it like in the next 3 minutes,
And he's like, I love y'all, but
it's
I'm
like
out.
I have a friend like that. When I say I call you, I say I'll call you back. She'll call you
Right.
4 times in the next 24 hours. Going, well, you said you're going to call me back.
Wow.
Okay, you want a specific time
It's a
frame?
little needy.
I'm with you, Norman. Don't worry, sweetie.
Well, that's why we have the news that we have. Now I'm not done because I have some more news for you guys. First of all, on the medical marijuana thing, everybody else has different opinions, right? How about Martha Stewart?
Oh, that's wrong. This is wrong.
You do everything so well. I'm wondering if you know how to roll a joint.
You won't believe this. You will not believe this. But as I was driving here tonight,
Yes. Yes.
as I was driving,
What?
there was so much traffic, and there was this stupid little ice cream truck in front of me. It was called something good cream or something.
Okay.
And we pulled up right next to it, and I said to my driver, pull up and pass that guy. He's blocking the street. These two, a girl and a guy, were smoking joints, and they had them in their hands like this. And I said, boy, those are sloppy joints. I am not kidding.
I love it.
Of course, I know how to roll a joint.
I love it. That was clever.
Well, see what I'm saying? Well, we wanted to make a point about some of the things that's going on politically. Hopefully, when I get back, I'll be giving you some update too about this other article. I haven't had a chance to research it, but it turns out that someone is setting Monsanto's corn crops on fire.
What?
Man, we talked about the genetic corn,
Yeah.
the genetically engineered corn that people were, and Monsanto's very aggressive practices. And please be aware, many of us are concerned that the president right now has been touring Africa, pledging to do things about hunger.
Right.
I hope it is not the Monsanto corn,
Wow.
the
Right.
president, that you intend to use for hunger throughout the continent of Africa.
Well, they're getting rid of it.
Okay.
They're burning them down so there won't be any left.
and the reason why you don't hear about it is because they're trying to keep it hush-hush because they don't want you to for it to become a popular movement. But some people have taken it into their own hands. Supposedly, on the June 22nd, over 40 tons
What?
were set ablaze. People are attacking the Monsanto crops.
Wow.
Okay, all right. So,
Wow, it's kind of like the mad cow thing, huh?
They're making way for the synthetics.
well, like I said, I only report the news. Okay, we're getting
Yeah.
close to the end now. And I'm getting toward the stuff now. Oh, I got to tell you guys this. This was hot. First of all, anybody you know out there know what a noodler is?
No.
Okay, I guess I'm the one of the people who watch these crazy TV shows. Noodlers are people who go out and catch catfish with their hands.
Wow.
They go out and get in the river and stick their hands in underwater logs and in underwater holes so that they can get grabbed by a catfish. And the whole thing is that you actually catch the catfish
Right.
on your hand. It's
Right.
a show on this on cable. Okay?
Right.
It's traditionally a very macho event. And I
She
guess
does- she's look-
you guys, well, okay, I'll try to do
I've seen the shows, but I never connected the term noodling because they were so busy tripping. The women were coming up in this more than the men. I mean, imagine you have to have your head above water, then go down and then you go into a hole. You don't know if the hole is the mouth or whatever, and it clamps down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look at this guy. Okay, I'm gonna show you one before I show you this. Just about to tell you about the story. So here's an example of a noodler.
Between 20
They usually look sort of like this.
Oh, there's another noodler.
There we go. Fish is coming out.
So they go in the water.
And their hands are in
They often work with teams because one guy will find the other side. Look at that.
Good fish, man.
Look at that. See that? See that, everybody? That is a catfish. See that? That is a noodler. Okay, now, often they work in pairs because one guy, they find like the little holes, and they usually have two ins and outs, and one guy will go to the other side and stick his foot in it.
Crazy.
And the other guy sticks his hand. I know. That's what I said. It's crazy, right? Crazy, right? DeVoe's looking at me like, Mark, where you get this shit?
For real.
But check it out. It's a whole show on cable. Now check it out. So this young lady, take a look at her. She won the bare knuckle noodling contest in Oklahoma, catching a 72-pound catfish. Her dad came in second.
Runs the family.
But that ain't just it. Look at the picture, because I'm going to blow this up, because this is what got me, you guys.
Wait, PMC said, ain't no brother doing that.
Because, a brother could use something else to catch the catfish. It's water, and it's deep, too.
You're wrong.
Ew.
Okay, this is what I wanted to show you guys. So that's her with the catfish, right? Now, here's her with some of her. Here's another picture. Now, here's her with some of her friends.
Dang.
Now, check this out. So she wanted to make sure they got on the cowboy boots. Them country girls, boy. They got on the cowboy boots. Now, she wanted to make sure she did the right picture.
Nice.
So look at
Hot
this
pics.
picture.
What's going on?
Oh, that's too big. Let me blow it up.
Catfish is happy now.
Look at that. Look at that.
He's like, it's all worth it.
Wow.
That's the catfish.
Wow.
She won.
And that's it. She won.
Wow. That's tight, man.
So you guys see, I tell you, I got news.
He got other shit.
Now I can't imagine, the thing clamping down. I think once it's there, it gets you. It's the idea of the initial shock.
Wait.
Initial shock.
Mario Max said, what kind of drugs you on?
Because he's crazy. Okay, all right, now.
Wow.
So I think,
Okay, so obviously when they clamp down, it doesn't hurt.
No.
well, no, you say you feel it. They
Yeah.
don't bite you like with teeth, because catfish, that's not really the way they do it. Sort of like the way y'all do this,
What?
whatever. You kind of hold.
What?
Anyway,
Wow.
What?
they don't bite it.
No comment on
They
that
don't
one.
bite it.
Oh my God.
I'm not.
They don't even gag.
Oh my God.
Commercial.
Commercial break.
All right, so anybody, I think that's just about it, you guys. I
That
think
should be about it. Say goodbye,
that
Mario.
is, ladies and gentlemen, that's right, just when you thought you had enough.
We did.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the good news. The bad news. And the other shit.